Spiral dynamics, signs of the divine feminine rising. Disclaimer. This thought experiment is discussing the physical signs of the rising divine feminine energy. This is not based on sex or gender, but rather the qualities that masculine and feminine energy possess. I'm not going super deep into which qualities each energy has. I'm just looking more at societal themes, but I'll put some links below that focus more on explaining the qualities of masculine and feminine energy. Weed is becoming legalized. The cannabis that gets us high and also heals us is a female plant. Passive income. The feminine energy is generally associated with passivity. We are seeing a rise of people earning passive income through the internet, which also enables you to earn money from within the safety of your own home. Women in hip hop. We are seeing an increase of women in hip hop. Style of hip hop has also become more feminine. It's less logical bar for bar and more stream of consciousness, melodic, flowy style music. The internet. The internet was originally developed by the US military as a means to send battlefield intelligence from the front lines to the Pentagon. Sometime around the 1980s, early 90s, they discovered that the internet had mega consumer potential, and it slowly began to transition into a connection-based network. The original format was a war tool, masculine, and now it is a way to connect with others, feminine. Holistic medicine. The traditional American medical system has had more of a linear and reactive approach that mainly addressed symptoms. Now we are seeing it incorporate a more cyclical approach or a holistic view on health and medicine. Women entrepreneurs and businesswomen. We are seeing women increasingly earning more, and slowly there may be a shift in economic power. I'm interested to see how this will affect the current sexual market value standards, which is based on a patriarchal perspective. Since men have predominantly had the majority of resources, they were able to dictate what the standards have been. So it'll be cool to see how this shifts or changes in the new cycle. Feminine feminism. Traditional feminism originally has tended to be expressed in a more masculine presentation. Now we're seeing a rise of feminine feminism that is less about screaming feminism and more about women subtly calling back our power. The beauty is that women who have fought for us to have the rights we have today have provided us with the right to choose how we want to be. Obviously, there is a long way to go, but it feels good to be able to choose to be a feminine, interdependent woman who can choose to marry or not. Self-care. We are now shifting from outside-in approach to inside-out. We are seeing more and more people focusing on self-care and focusing on healing themselves from the inside out, which is more of an empathic approach or feminine versus trying to change the external environment and control everything, which is a more projective approach or masculine. Hypergamy. To complement feminine feminism, we are seeing an increase of women who are choosing hypergamy while also earning passive income and building up other businesses and maintaining financial independence. Naturally, this is shifting the current paradigm, and we are seeing more men stepping into the traditional provider-protector role as more women are refusing to deal with dusties. What's dope about this is that women are again able to choose whether we want to marry or not. And even if we do, we can remain in an empowered place while serving our purpose within union. Equally, men are able to stand in a more authentic and empowered place as well, because since this conversation is out in the open, we're coming to a new level of understanding. This shift allows the hyper-masculine energy to shift out of that tyrannical position and into a more authentic masculine role of protection and provision instead of oppression. So now men and women can stand in their traditional roles, but in an authentic and balanced way. This is a great segue into the next point. Vulnerability and emotion. We are also seeing an increase in people expressing how they feel openly instead of suppressing it. We are finally recognizing that we need to integrate our shadow self, or our emotional body, which is the feminine aspect, into our light self, or our ego, which is the masculine aspect. We're finally realizing that emotional integration is necessary for healing, and that vulnerability is actually a sign of strength, not weakness. This ties back to the previous point, because without the ability to communicate how we genuinely feel in a mature way, we're not able to reach the level of understanding that allows things to shift. What I really like about this is it allows us to appreciate duality, but from a more integrated and centered way. And instead of expecting one to be more like the other, we're becoming more authentic individually and able to communicate with the other and appreciate our differences while still respecting our own needs. This is a great example of interdependence. So these are the major themes that I've been noticing for a little bit now. I would love to hear any signs or themes you're noticing and your thoughts. This channel is open to all perspectives, whether they be aligning, opposing, or indifferent. I just ask that we please keep it cute in the comment section. We can disagree respectfully and all that. So, smooches.